Hello, my starlings and my darlings. Welcome back to another episode of Bloons Tower Defense 6. Today we're talking about the Wizard. And the Wizard's actually a pretty interesting tower. Almost all of the upgrades are useful on the top two paths. The bottom path gets a little bit tricky, a little bit weird, and honestly, I kind of hope they rework it. So, public service announcement, guys, PSA. Nitki may end up buffing or changing or nerfing some of these towers in some weird way that may make this guide not so great anymore. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, just please note that that is definitely possible. Also, I'm not perfect, so if I do end up messing up anything in this video, make sure you guys correct me in the comments below so we can all be more wonderful, happier, and more knowledgeable people about Bloons Tower Defense 6. So the Wizard is a 0-0 tower. It's actually pretty bad. 470 bucks here. We pop as many balloons as a dart monkey, so if we actually look over here, how many pops we get 2, 2, 2, that's it. He's really bad as a 0-0 tower. You might be thinking, okay, well, Chris, you know what we can do, though, is we can totally pop lead balloons. This has got to be the cheapest lead pop power tower in the game, right? Wrong! You still can't pop lead balloons, dude. Even as a 0-0 wizard is a little bit on the upsetting side here. So you have to actually get upgrades to be able to pop these lead balloons. On top of that, we can't pop purple balloons either with most, if not almost all of our upgrades actually. We'll have to test that out as we go on through here, but I believe almost all of these magic towers are bad against the purple balloons. So let's talk about the top path. First, we've got the guided magic. So what does this say we're doing here? Magic shots seek out the balloons even behind cover. So if there are like some 3D objects in the way, this thing can shoot through them and hit it anyways. So kind of cool over here. It's a pretty cheap upgrade overall, not too bad, just helps you out just a little bit. But what you're doing is you're using this to get up to these next few upgrades over here. So guided magic, we're gonna buy this thing. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna send out 100 blues over here just to see if we're still gonna get the same amount of popping power out of here. And we are. We're still gonna get 2, 2, 2, 2. That's it. That's all we get, man. Just 2. Even when we get this guy. But when we get Arcane Blast, oh, now we're going to get a little bit of changes happen up in here, guys. Now we're going to notice we're going to go through 4 balloons. But really what we're doing is we're doing 2 layers of balloons. We're not doing multiple, we're not doing more balloons, we're doing more layers. So I sent out just 100 reds over here. You can see they're still going to do the normal, regular 2 damage per shot, not the 4 damage. And if I sent out 100 blues, you know, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But you can see I'm going through the blues down to nothing, basically. There's no reds left over or anything like that. We're doing 2 damage, or 2 layers. And this is going to be a common theme throughout all of the top path wizards that people may not understand quite yet. So once we get up to Arcane Mastery, so let's read this really quick. Arcane Blast. Bigger, more powerful magic blasts pop up to 2 layers of balloons. Arcane Mastery. Attacks faster, over much longer range, and through more layers. Alright? Alright, doesn't say that in the little thingamabob, but if I do a bunch of blues again, get the Arcane Mastery, you can see our range is freaking huge over here. You still see we're doing that 4 damage against the blue balloons over here. But if I sent out green balloons now, ooh, now we can go through 6 balloons over here. So we're bringing the greens down, down to nothing here with just this guy. Just to confirm, we can send out yellows as well. We notice that we get some reds left over here, so we're doing only 3 layers of damage against these yellow balloons. So we're acting kind of like a crossbow over here, but honestly, if you're just chilling with this guy, you're probably better off going with the crossbow. I mean, compare the prices here, guys. I mean, so far, the wizard actually is not that useful of a tower. He's cool, he's interesting, he's fun to use and stuff, but a crossbow's only 530 bucks, put this guy on last or something like that, and he can be really freaking powerful. The only thing that's nice about this guy is he's got that guided magic as well, which can be super duper helpful to make sure you're not going to miss any of the balloons. So positioning may not be quite as important. On top of that, you have other upgrades that you can buy for this wizard where the crossbow, you're almost kind of stuck in just like a lower level crossbow. You can't really do anything with him. He does not do all that well as a 4th tier or 5th tier, in my opinion. But moving on to the Arcane Spike. Now we're talking big money here, guys. Big money. So watch his range and everything. Okay, we don't get any range increases or anything like that, but the damage is going to be insane. Magic does extra damage to Moab class balloons. Let's see if we still pop those purple balloons or not. do we? Oh, no. No purple balloon damage at all, man. None. Oh, that still sounded sort of upsetting. I wonder if the Archmage can pop through those purple balloons. I bet he can, but we'll have to see. So for this fourth tier, now how many layers of damage can we go through? So let's try let's try a black balloon. Let's just do one of each. Do one so we can actually see. We'll do a quick black balloon here, so we can slice this guy down to, oh, we do. So we know we do 5 layers of damage right here. We pop the black, the pink, the yellow, the green, and the blue. That's 5 layers. We get down to the reds. So this is going to help out a little bit against the ceramic blue. Oh, I said 11. That's why. Help out against ceramic balloons and stuff, because we could knock these guys down to sort of a sort of low-level balloon pretty gosh darn quickly. You know, also just rainbows and stuff like that, man. Like, not a bad tower to have against these guys, just knocking them down to lower-tier balloons, so the rest of our stuff can deal with it pretty effectively. But note that this guy is doing layer damage, not a lot of pierce. So let's check out how much pierce this guy does. We'll send out 999 reds. We'll look at his pop count over here. 78 goes to 80. So only two balloons per shot, but we're doing layer damage this time. So it doesn't increase the amount of pierce that we get, only the amount of damage that we can get. And again, this can be pretty helpful against these stronger balloons. Popping rainbows down to greens, popping, you know, zebras and leads down to really low layers can be pretty awesome over here. Down to blues. It's pretty sexy, man. Pretty sweet. But we also do Moab damage up in here, and that's the main thing here, man. We do some pretty extreme Moab damage. So if I ended up sending this guy out, we can kind of just see what he's doing over here. If I mathed it correctly, I believe we do 17 damage to Moab class balloons per shot. So, yeah, I mean, that's good. It's solid. It's a good tower, and that's what you're going to end up using this guy for. You're going to have him be sort of up in the front, popping Moabs and popping other stronger balloons. That is what he's designed for. So just keep that in mind. Once we finally get up to the Archmage, oh baby, now we're going to go through 7 layers. So we send out a rainbow right here. We're going to go bam, down to reds, and then down to nothing. Sadly, if we do test out again against 999, 999 red balloons. Let's see how much pierce we get out of this guy. He's going to attack really fast, so it's going to be sort of hard to tell. But it's only 2. Oh my god, are you kidding me, man? Only 2? Really? So we're only going through 2 balloons here. Keep in mind that we will have a fire attack as well. So that may mess up how much it looks like we're popping over here. But he's got a regular fire attack. It's also the 3rd tier 0-3 fire mage. And this is weird because we're not used to a tower randomly getting a bonus upgrade that it doesn't have. This is one of the only towers that actually has this happen. So this is Dragon's Breath. That's what it is. We get the Dragon's Breath upgrade for this guy for free, basically, which is pretty sexy. But he's got his real job over here is against the Moab class balloons. That's what he dominates against. So if I send out like 30 Moabs over here, I keep this guy strong. No extra bonuses upgrades right now. We just go bloop, and we just freaking annihilate these things, man. I should probably just do one spacing in here so we can see a little bit easier who's in here actually getting popped. But you can see against the balloons, we're never good, but we're definitely not that good. So let's try this one more time. Now we can actually see what's going on with these Moab class balloons. See, we do some pretty sexy damage over here. This time we might be able to pop them all. It's going to be a little close here, man. Oh, there we go. We do pop all the Moab layers with just those 30 right there. Against BFBs and stuff like that, he's also a very solid tower. He pops through the BFB layer. He pops through that Moab layer. He's just good at that. One thing that you're going to probably want to do here, though, is think about getting some other upgrades for your Archmage. For example, if I just get that Intense Magic right there, see how many more balloons we can go through with just that one upgrade. It's pretty awesome, actually. Again, I've got this guy strong. My job is not to pop all the balloons inside, but to pop all the Moab layers first and let the rest of my other towers deal with the balloons inside. Overall, he's a really solid tower. I actually like to put him in the front of the map, so if I was going to put him in this, I put him on strong, somewhere in the front of the map where I can hit, kind of aim at the balloons however the heck I want. I'd probably end up getting the Intense Magic, and I guess just keep the Monkey Sense, because why frickin' not, man? And then we're going to annihilate these balloons right here. So he's probably my favorite wizard overall. I gotta be honest with you guys. He's probably my favorite wizard overall. He's good. There's really not that much to say about him. He's just good. You know, he does 7 layers damage, does Moab power. Boom, done. How about the middle path? Okay, so now we got the fireball. So this thing actually does grouped damage. So we sent on, let's do 999 reds again. You can see the group damage that we do over here. Actually, I want to get 0 spacing. What we're going to do is we're going to do 18 damage per shot. So we've got a regular little baby magic attack right here, but we also do the 18 damage per shot. So we do that nice group damage for sort of early on in the game, which is actually pretty sweet. Beyond that, though, it's not that great. You're still spending quite a bit of money to get this guy. Wall of Fire, though, gets very interesting. Now, this is probably one of the most interesting upgrades in the game, because we can get an early game, cheap, infinite popping power tower. Wall of Fire is interesting. The main issue with it is that it's random. It shoots the Wall of Fire randomly on the map somewhere in his range, and that may end up affecting his popping power depending on the map and the level and everything. But if I sent out 999 pink balloons right here, man, with 0 spacing, what happened to all those balloons, dude? They just bloop. That was not 999, guys. That was not no 6 pink balloons or something like that. 999 popped them all. What? What about 2,000 pink balloons? Oh, yeah, we just take those guys down like it's our freaking job, too, man. Bloop. Spray them. Look at the pop count. 15,000 pops. What? What? He does infinite popping power with this thing. And then that's why if you spam a couple of these Wall of Fires against regular balloons, it's not that you can't lose, but it's pretty insane. You know, I mean, of course, we're not dealing with these, lower level balloons like this very often, but if I sent out a bunch of crazy pinks over here, there's 999 pinks every single time with this basic of 0, and you can see how we just go, whoop, they're gone. Once you move up to higher tier balloons, rainbows, you're still going to take those guys down pretty easily, but we're going to get some lag over here. There's that many balloons getting popped right now. That's why this is crazy. We might even actually get a crash here. I hope it doesn't, man, but it has been known to crash every once in a while. For some reason, it glitches or lags a lot more than some normal, regular towers that can do infinite popping power. Moving on, though, once you get to like ceramic balloons and stuff like that, it's not going to be quite as powerful. Melting through that ceramic layer is definitely going to be a lot more difficult, but definitely not impossible. We can still do that extreme damage over here. Uh-oh, this looks like it might be a crash, man. Uh-oh, it's lagging 1 frame per 3 seconds. But yeah, I think we're going to take down, even with just these guys right here, all the ceramics inside. I feel like if you did decide to just make this like weird fire pit of doom somewhere, it would be kind of a cool idea for balloon popping power. Just don't put them in the middle of the screen. Just make all of your wizards sort of funnel all their pits into one singular location. I don't think it's going to be easy to do, but I definitely think it's going to be something sort of fun to do over here. And it looks like we take down all the ceramics kind of early on in the map, I guess, about halfway through or so. There we go, and boom, the lag finally subsides. You look at the pop count, man. I mean, like, look at these guys. We're talking about tens of thousands, just like that. Letting no balloon sneak through. Sadly, still no purple popping power, man. You can see no lag happening because it's just 999 purples, just sneaking right through. Magic and fire are 2 purple immunities, so we can't do anything against those guys. I don't really know what else to say about the fire besides that it's pretty awesome. Highly recommend that for at least one of these guys around like 63 or something like that if you don't have a good amount of balloon popping power yet. You can also use him for some of those other tougher balloon levels like round 47, round 49, round 54. Popping one of these guys down can make a huge difference for your defense. Moving on to Dragon's Breath. Alright, so Dragon's Breath's not bad. In fact, it was actually one of the upgrades that I loved the most when I first started using the Wizard. I was like, this guy's OP as crap. Like, there's no way there's going to be a better tower than this guy. I mean, we're talking about, like being able to take down, like, Moab's quality over here. Like, this guy's awesome. If you look at the pop count, man, see this guy going to town on this thing. This is just a fire mage, no guided magic or intense magic or anything like that. And we're going to do damage to the balloons and everything. This is awesome. And we're not even spending that much money. Plus, we can get easy camo detection on this guy. He's just going to be a beast. But after testing out all the different towers, I find him not to be overpowered. I found him to be a good price. He's a good amount of popping power for what you get. Again, he does do fire damage, so these purple balloons can't do anything against him, man. It looks like... Ooh, I didn't test it. Did I do the Archmage? I did not test purple balloons against the Archmage, I don't believe. I just want to test this out really quick. It's purple Bloons. Oh, he's still immune. The purple, no matter what, the wizards just can't attack the purple Bloons, it looks like. That's so sad. Oh man, that's so sad. Moving on to the Summoning Phoenix. Sort of similar to what I think about the third tier over here. He's okay. He's fun. But he honestly isn't that good. It's an activated ability, of course. So if I send out a couple Moabs over here, like, yeah, sure, he's going to help you out and everything like that. Compare it to one Fire Mage not being able to take down Moabs. That's something you should keep in mind. To, or all the Bloons inside plus the Moab. To being able to take down all 3 Moabs in here. And let's see if we can take down all the Bloons as well. It's going to be close. Oh, it's going to be so close. But we leak a few baby Bloons up in here. So you can see with that activated ability, it can definitely help us out, man. Basically almost triple our normal popping power over here. But then we gotta wait for the cooldown to come back. So it's good, but personally, I don't like the randomness of the abilities. I like to try and pop down towers that can just do the job by themselves, not having to activate or do things at all. So I usually try and stay away from the abilities as much as I possibly can, and I don't like the Summon Phoenix all that much. The Wizard Lord Phoenix is very interesting. He doesn't do all that much overall pierce, but he does a lot of damage to the Bloons. He does a lot of layers to the Bloons. So another interesting thing about him is he actually becomes the Phoenix. He doesn't just call in a Phoenix, he becomes the Phoenix. So if we sent out, I don't know, 999 red balloons, watch this. Like, you think, oh man, this guy should just frickin' annihilate these things, right? 999 red balloons over here. If you look at our pop count, it's like, okay, this is a 5th tier tower. 909 red balloons. That was a little bad, actually. That wasn't as good as we wanted it to be, man. Now, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as amazing as we might expect it to be. Compare that to something like, I don't know, how about like, let's do like 20 Moabs or something like that. 20 Moabs, we'll use our ability over here, and then we're just going to go, bam, we're going to spray through a lot of these Bloons. But again, look at the pierce that we're doing here. We're going from rainbows down to greens and stuff. I think it does 6 layers, I think. Does a pretty good amount of layer damage. And then we can always upgrade it with Intense Magic or Guided Magic or whatever the heck we want to get as well. For some reason, in Sandbox mode, this guy tends to like glitch out a little bit, where his ability doesn't end up coming back sometimes. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it does happen every once in a while. We try against 20 BFBs over here. Wait for them to get just a little bit better spot, I guess. A little bit closer in action over here. But again, once you end up using this thing, you got to keep in mind that it will end up making your wizard go away. And you see, whoa, like that didn't last very long at all. That's what she said. And it just didn't seem that strong. Like, I don't like it for $70,000, man. No, you're never going to see this guy in a real game. Anybody actually using this guy in an effective way. Sure, the pierce is decent and the layer damage is awesome, but he doesn't last long enough to make him worthwhile over here. You know, that's just, I hear that all the time, man. I hear it all the time about me. It's sort of sad. So now, moving on to the bottom path over here. We get Intense Magic, which is actually pretty cool. So if it's at 999 reds again, I know, I'm jumping between all these Bloons, man. Intense Magic, we look at the pop count, we're going 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So we get 7 pops instead of 2. So we're adding an extra 5 with this thing. Sadly, it doesn't make it any better against layers, so we can't do blues down to nothing. We do blues down to reds, reds down to nothing. So we're just increasing our amount of Bloons that we can go through. Of course, this is why you want to combine Intense Magic with the top path wizards up in here, because all of them can only normally go through 2 Bloons, but now we can upgrade it to 7 Bloons, basically tripling our popping power, man. 3.5ing our popping power. Is there a word for that? 3.5ing? Half of 7ing? 7-tupling divided by 2ing. Yes, whatever that is. So Intense Magic is actually a really important upgrade, not because it itself is good, but because it combines with other upgrades really well. Monkey Sense gives us camo detection, so now we can hit camo Bloons, man. Nice. Alright, so here we go, man. 199 camos. Well, it doesn't really matter, man. We're not doing that great of a job, but we can hit these guys, which is pretty cool. Popping yellows on the blues and reds and everything. Sweet. Awesome. Sexy. Hitting camos. Shimmer, though. This is actually an interesting one, because at first I thought it was infinite shimmering. Infinite decamoization. Let me just read if we do anything crazy here. For 20 seconds, cool. Turning into a super powerful lava phoenix for a short time. True Master, alright. More powerful magic shots move faster and can pop more blue, so it does move faster as well. Allows the wizard to hit camos, and then here we go. Dark magic reveals location of all near... Whoa, 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 whoa! You're lying to me, Ninja Kiwi! All nearby camo balloons permanently. Liar. Liar! That is not the truth, my friends. Now, in a real game, yeah, it's probably the truth. I don't think more than 200 balloons ever come out at the same time. But what I found out is that it doesn't do it to all of them, so I can actually prove this to you guys. Did a little testing for myself. I'm going to buy the Shimmer Upgrade. I'm going to send out 999 camo reds. Alright, now what we're going to see here is that the Sun God can only hit regular balloons, not hit the camo balloons. So watch this guy. He's going to shimmer once. He's going to shimmer twice. And then we're going to only be able to pop 3 times. We're only be able to pop 386 or so. And it looks like every single time he shimmers, he can only do about, I think, 100 per time. So if I end up doing this guy actually a little bit closer, hopefully it'll actually work out better here. Try this one more time. Let's clear out the balloons to 100 of these red balloons over here. We're going to see this pop count hopefully go up to... Oh, here we go. 200. 400. So it's 200. Oh, my God, guys. There we go. And then it's weird, though, because... now we're getting weird numbers. So, like, half the balloons are getting decamoized or something like that. I don't know. But also, we only get 900... Okay, that makes sense. 950 pops there. Okay. We gotta keep in mind that this guy may also be attacking the balloons that are decamoized as well, which may make the pop count just a little bit goofy. But it looks like we only do 200 decamolizations at a time, which, in all honesty, is more than enough for almost anything, but it's not like the nuclear submarine that can do infinite. And I'm like 78% sure about that the nuclear submarine can do that, but I'm not going to test it out in this video. Moving on to the third tier, though. This one is... no, we just talked about Shimmer. Now we're going to talk about Necromancer Unpopped Army. Piece of poop. I don't like him. I'm just not a fan. I don't know if you guys have used him at all, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem powerful, you know? He does still have the Shimmer Upgrade and everything, but we're spending $3 grand for this guy. So I'm sending out some yellows over here. You see, like, the Intense Magic's doing some stuff. The Unpopped Army's, like, doing some pops, but, like, not a lot. Like, where's the money? Why? How is this guy worth it at all? In my opinion, he's definitely not. Now, the way we can do this is we can just do the exact same test kind of against a Fire Mage and see, like, how well he does, because it's about the same price. So, 3822 sell price. Let's clear out the balloons. We'll get a 1-2 Dragon's Breath over here. And, of course, we've got the extra fire over here, which is going to help us out actually too much. But if I did end up sending out these 300 yellow balloons over here, we can watch this guy go to town on the yellow balloons. Even with just, like, the regular fire attack, he's obviously annihilating these guys. No even need for the fire pit over here. Like, okay, we annihilate 1,200 balloons, like, no problem. And this guy's sell price is 3,304. Cheaper than the other guy. So does he have any special bonuses that we're like somehow missing over here? Reanimate recently popped enemies as servants to destroy the balloons. No. So the main problem is that each of these balloons is only worth like 4. I believe that they do explosive damage as well, so you might be thinking that like group damage might end up being better. But I also don't think that that's the case. So if I like look at the pop count over here, man, it just doesn't do anything for me. It just doesn't do anything for me at all. I feel like it's just a piece of poop. Just doing crap damage over here. Not worth it at all. And then once you get up to this Soulbind, you're thinking, oh man, now he's got to be OP. Look at this guy. He looks freaking amazing, dude. How the heck does this guy work? Well, what you do is, I have a very strong feeling that they're going to rework the entire bottom path of the wizard, by the way, guys. I don't know if well, I think they're probably going to keep the Intense Magic and the Monkey Sense. Maybe even keep the Shimmer. But I think they're going to redo the 4th and the 5th tier to make them somehow better. Even if they just buff the balloons to make them attack like 10 balloons instead of 4. Like, that's all we need, man. Or even just do some layer damage, you know? Like, do something for me over here. Make him worthwhile for me. I don't find him to be in a good position almost ever. And I just don't feel like he does enough damage. But this guy, the Soulbind, alright, he's got to be OP, right? Okay, he's got to be deliciously amazing, man. Let's send out some yellow balloons over here. Got 500 yellow balloons. We're going to be annihilating the balloons. This is going to be awesome. No, he still does really crap damage. So, yeah, he's pretty bad. Yeah, pretty awful. What does the ability do? Okay, let's click the ability. Alright, select a tower. Alright, so we don't have any towers. Let's pop in a super monkey. Let's soulbind the super monkey. Does that make him super powerful or something like that? He's got to be super powered now. Could be the biggest, the bestest soulbinded super monkey in the entire world. We can do 2 of these guys now. Oh man, they got to be. Well, we're sitting at 500 bucks. Let's do 1. They got to like insta kill these things. Maybe we could do a 3rd over here. Soulbind this guy as well. Boom, super powered super monkeys, right? Wrong. They're regular super monkeys, actually. So, what does the soulbind do? Well, I'm hoping that we can actually lose some lives here, guys. Let's just do a BFB. I think we're gonna easily lose some lives to a BFB over here, and you're gonna finally see this guy go into action. And I gotta tell you, man, it's pretty rough. All right. First of all, nobody likes losing lives in the first place. I don't like losing lives. You know, sometimes you're forced to do it for the druids and stuff like that. But, no. So here we go. Let's slow this down. We're about to lose lives, and then kabloop. Oh, what? So I guess it doesn't work in sandbox. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, it doesn't work in sandbox? Oh, it did work in sandbox before? What the heck? Alright, well, let me just explain what happens here, guys. When you lose a life in a real game, you get your tower sacrificed. They get deleted, basically. They get sold for no money. But instead, they turn into lives. Unless Ninja Kiwi reworked this guy since I last played with him. And I don't think they did. So I wonder. I don't know. That's goofy. But they basically you sacrifice your tower, they get deleted and they turn into lives. The problem is they get turned into so few lives. The weird thing is it depends how much money the tower is worth. The more money your tower is worth, the more lives you get back. So, spending a lot of money on like a sun god or something like that, a sun avatar, getting a nice robo plasma or technological terror over here, and you know, making these guys all soulbinded, well, they get deleted, but you get like only 200 lives or so. Like, really? And then of course the next round is going to be impossible. On top of 200 lives leaking through, it normally doesn't happen in the late game when you've got 5th tier towers and a bunch of 3rd tier super monkeys and 4th tier super monkeys and crap. So it's basically a worthless tower. I won't see anybody ever use this guy almost ever. I don't think he works on just about anything. The only thing that he may save you on is some like weirdo chimps mode thing or something like that. Like I don't even think it'll work on that because you're gonna die. You know, you die. Like it's just bad. All right, I don't even know how to explain it because I can't even use it. I will never use it in a real game, and I hope you guys don't have to use him ever either. So just to reiterate, let's talk about positioning. Anywhere, honestly. Just put the wizard down. He's a good tower pretty much anywhere you want to put him, but you probably want to start using him closer to the front of the map because some of the best wizards are the top path wizards. And they do layers of damage. So we want to get through those layers, kind of acting like a sniper over here. Dealing damage to nice rainbows and stuff like that is going to be a great way to just, you know, start doing some damage, allowing our other towers to like finish and clear them out. Make sure you're getting intense magic if you are going for these higher tier, 3rd tier plus mages, because then, oh my god, we can do crazy amounts of rainbow and ceramic popping power over here without too many issues. Eventually, if you want to, you can go to Arcane Spikes and the Archmage, but they are a little bit more on the pricey side, but then you start getting really good against Moab class Bloons. BFBs, oh my gods, DDTs, all of the above, man. We can annihilate those Moab class Bloons very, very quickly, and we aren't that bad against the Bloons inside as well because we do so many layers of damage. The only other wizard that I actually think you guys should probably think about using quite often is the Wall of Fire. Again, doing infinite damage is definitely something that we want to use, and any lower tier Bloons, doesn't matter what the heck's coming out, doesn't matter if 999 are coming out or whatever, any lower tier Bloons are basically just going to get annihilated, you know? It's pretty insane, it's pretty insanely awesome though. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Obviously, if I missed anything, make sure you throw it down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're weird and stupid and you've got some problems, do that right now. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.